Coming to you live from the Rant Radio Network studios, it's the SportsCast with your host, the sports guru and Bud Knocker. Call the show at 855-969-RANT. That's 855-969-7268. Follow the show on Twitter at SportsCast_THN. That's SportsCast_THN. It's the SportsCast on the Rant Radio Network.
What's up, everybody? Back to SportsCast Wednesdays, 12 to 1:30, right here on RantRadioNetwork.com. Coming to you live from the Rant Radio Network studios with my sidekick, Bud Knocker, as usual.
What's up?
We got another big week of sports going on here, so we got a lot to talk about today. You guys want to check in on the show? You could do that a number of different ways. You can go through the phone, 855-969-7268. Also, tweet us. It's probably the quickest way to get through and get your word across. You can rag on either one of us. Let us know if your sports team sucks or not, like my Cowboys. You can tweet us at SportsCast_THN. Again, SportsCast_THN is the Twitter account. Follow us and tweet us there. Also, you guys can email the show at sportscasttHN@gmail.com. So, Knocker.
What's up?
Glad to be back here.
Yeah, always.
Had a hell of a fucking morning this morning. Sorry to drop an F-bomb this early in the show, but HostGator could suck my balls.
Well, there we are. That didn't take long.
Okay? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of dealing with this website crap.
Didn't take long.
Yes. I'm sick of it. And you know what? I'm telling them right now, I'm finding it for you. You're lucky I can't find it here. You know.
Hey, show me some respect, boy.
They don't show me any respect. Give me a
None.
little more sound because I need to hear this suck my balls.
Well, tell him to suck my ball.
I said volume there. Give
Volume.
volume.
Volume means turn it up.
Suck my ball.
Right there.
Okay.
God.
That's it. That's all we get.
That's all the volume I can get. Can I get a little more volume?
That's what Wendy said.
Yeah, that's God.
That's all I get.
You know what? But, guys, the website, it's going through some maintenance process today, okay? And I've been dealing with it all morning. So, anyways, back to the show. We got a lot of stuff going on today. Going to get into our NCAA top 25 matchups as usual. Go over last week's games a little bit. Get your thoughts in on a couple of the top 25 games. Also going to get to my NFL power rankings, which everyone is sending me a lot of hate mail for today.
Yeah, I looked at them. You got issues.
People got issues with it. I don't know what it is.
You're wrong. That's what the issue is.
I'm not wrong. Just because you're a fan, be realistic, a sports fan. Like, so I don't get about, like, I'm a Cowboys fan. I know they suck and they're not very good. They're mediocre and they're probably finished 7-9 or 8-8. Okay? I know.
I disagree with some of your picks. I looked them over. Well, yeah, you've got some issues.
I got some issues?
You've got some issues.
Everyone thinks I'm just in love with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I've done all this Packers love like I sleep with cheeseheads.
You just know that they're better than anybody else in the division, and they still are. Until somebody wins that division besides them, they still are. And they proved it this weekend. They had a big game this weekend, and Detroit proved to be Detroit. You know, everybody jumped on that bandwagon. Detroit played like Detroit normally plays in Green Bay, and until something there happens, Green Bay is the class of that division.
Yeah, they're the class.
Right? Doesn't mean you love them. Doesn't mean you're drinking their Kool-Aid.
Okay, you proved my point.
Yeah.
Until the Bears beat the Packers,
right.
I am not going to put the Bears above the Packers after losing 2 straight games. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and Detroit was right there, all set. This is the biggest game in Detroit's franchise for quite a while.
I understand.
I know they had the playoff
game
and stuff,
Calvin.
but this was the chance for them to end Green Bay's season and take dominance over this division.
Completely
and
agree.
they laid a big fat egg.
Completely agree.
You know, and Green Bay stepped up. I mean, granted, they had the week off to prepare, but like you said, until somebody knocks the champ off, they're still the champ.
Yeah, I want to give some shout-outs on Twitter to Mr. Intelligent, tearing out there. Everyone is blowing up the show right now, telling everyone to listen, so I appreciate it. Irish and Tokra. Matt Schlith also as well, so I want to thank all you guys for blowing up the show right now. But what's going on?
Hey, Taryn, if you can, if you have a minute to call in at some point today, I'd really like to know how your charity event
I
was
sent
this
you our
weekend.
SportsCast donation yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I donated $40 to that cause over there, so... all right. I'm still in line with HostGator. You're welcome. Thanks for not fixing my shit. I'm done with you. Asshole.
SportsCast THN. He's wrong. Consider the records. Consider the schedules. Consider the matches already won and those to come.
I know.
She's just talking about her Bears. Bottom line is, Taryn, I'm sorry. Bottom line, when it comes to a big game, until Jay Cutler can beat Aaron Rodgers
in
Green Bay
That's what I'm saying.
to win the division,
Thank you, Knocker.
Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are still going to be considered better than the Bears. It's just all there is to it.
Totally agree with you. It also comes in here on Twitter from Jay Markey. Says, you know what? Okay, you're right. Packers over Bears, no question. You know,
See?
no question. So, all right, let's go on. We also get MLB playoffs. Are
Good
been
playoffs
amazing
again so far.
This is why playoff baseball is just so much different than the regular season.
Yeah. Just
As much as I love
light years.
baseball, I like it. I'm a big fan of the game. I can't stand the regular season.
Regular season's too long.
I can't.
In my opinion, they should go down to about 140 games.
Yep.
Let more teams into the playoffs, and the World Series should be done by October 10th.
I don't think more teams in the playoffs, but I do agree with you on the start time. I mean, it's got to come back to where we're not playing in rain and snow, and it's ridiculous.
Oh,
right now
it's
with
insanity.
it is.
You know,
especially you're back east. You know, I mean, yeah, if you're in the LA, that's cool, but you're going back east to Boston, New York, end of October. It's cold.
Yeah, baseball's
and
a
it
spring
affects
sport. Baseball's not meant to be played in November and December.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So
Definitely. So, also on the show, you got Wild World of Sports. For those gamblers out there, if you don't pay your debt,
this one's awesome. This is right out of a movie.
If you don't pay your debt, you're going to a bad place.
Yeah, if you don't got the cash, don't walk in and start gambling. People don't like it when you don't have the money to pay.
No, they do not. They do not like it at all. You know,
Show me the money.
it's a good story, and you guys wait till the end to find this
Show
one.
me the money. I need to feel
All
you,
right,
Joey.
let's break it down.
Show
Though.
me
Let's
the
get
money.
into let's go into a little NCAA. Give me some NFL music here, and Arvin, throw it on for me. NFL full swing. My power rankings are out. Week 6. I wrote, "Oh, how the mighty have fallen." That's how I titled my power rankings this week. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Giants, Falcons, Texans all have problems, and how the little ones have rose. The Browns, the Colts, and the Chiefs now.
Yeah. Can you believe that this Atlanta team was the same team, basically the same team that came within 3 yards of going to the Super Bowl last year?
Yeah.
Unbelievable how
1 and 4
poor they are playing. The play calling, I'm just flabbergasted. I'm watching one drive. I was blowing up Twitter. I'm watching one drive. You're down by 10 points. You got a first down.
People know when you're betting on a game too
Yeah.
on Twitter, right?
And I wasn't even betting on the game. I just hate stupid football.
Yeah.
Okay, let's run off tackle left. Well, that didn't work. So now we got to pass twice. Okay, we got a first down. Let's call off tackle left.
Yeah.
4 straight first downs when they're down by 10 points, running out the half. What are you thinking?
No.
That's telling me you don't trust your quarterback, and if I was them, I wouldn't trust my quarterback either because he hasn't proved that he can make that.
Matty
first
Ice
down.
melted real quick this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. The
Real
luster
quick.
is
It
gone.
must have been a little too hot in Hotlanta because he melted real quick.
And there's
this
a
year.
lot of
I'm not gonna blame it on him because defense is putrid.
Oh, horrid.
It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, like the Jets are not an offensive juggernaut, and they looked just fantastic.
The Jets do, and
against that defense.
I put him in my power ranking shitter box. The shitter's full in week 2, and they're making me feel, they're making me suck on my words here.
Well,
so.
they're floating on the top.
Yeah. Oh God!
Right,
You
for the
went
teams,
there.
for the teams in the shitter box. They're floating on the top.
Wow. You really went there
That's
right
the
now.
worst. Hey, what is going on, dude?
Another team in the shitter. Who do you think went in the shitter this week, Knocker? You know who it has to be.
It has to be the Giants.
We're a Giants
It
fan. I haven't heard
has
from
to
you
be
in
the
like
Giants.
5 weeks, Giants
Where
fan.
is he?
I haven't heard him. He's
He's in
probably
the
in his
closet.
mama's basement, locked away and too embarrassed to wear his gear outside.
No
He's probably
kidding.
doing his salsa dance in the basement because he's too afraid to do it out in the streets. He's doing salsing. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
this
full of
guy's-
I'm full of rage today.
Yeah,
Host Skater got me
You're
going.
an angry man right now.
Get my
You're-
website working, you bastard! That pay you
You're an
monthly.
angry man. You need to hit that G pen,
But,
mellow out just a little bit.
They went down the shitter this week though. The Giants again, guys. You can check
terrible.
out my power rankings at thenewsportsgrew.com.
So what do you do? I was asked this question last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a firm believer that every coach 8 to 10 years should move on.
Okay.
They should move on. Coughlin's been there, 8 years or so, and even though he won a Super Bowl only 2 years ago, it still seems like the message is dead. I think it's time for him to move on. I think they still have decent players.
I'm
What do you think?
I'm a Coughlin guy. I always kind of have been, even though I don't like the Giants. I think he's a good coach, and he's gotten a lot out of what he's been dealt. Really, he hasn't had superstar teams with those Super Bowls.
Yeah,
So
definitely
he took
not
a
at
lot
the
of,
running back position.
He
That's
took
for
Eli
sure.
Manning, who doesn't look like the Eli Manning of old, won 2 Super Bowls with them. But I think his time's come. I think the NFL is kind of changing in a way to where this old school kind of coaches they don't seem to do well. It's more like I like a Mike Tomlin. Like with the Steelers, even though the Steelers are doing bad, he's still a great coach. His attitude that I like a Pete Carroll. you got to become more of a player's coach, and I don't really think he is a player's coach right now. I think, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you're right. And prior to that Super Bowl year, he was a very stern disciplinarian.
Look who's having success right now: Jim Harbaugh, Pete Carroll. You got Sean Payton, all younger guys with a little different attitude, a little more excitement and energy. I just think it's not. I just don't think he's really working with the players.
They relate to the players a little better than he does. And to my point was the year they did win the Super Bowl, he was on the edge of being fired. And he changed his whole attitude as far as loosening up and trying to relate to the players a little more, and they responded and went on to a Super Bowl. But I do think that it's time. They need something fresh over there, and they're not going to fire the players. They're not going to get rid of Eli Manning. So it's going to be a rough ride. And do you think he makes the rest of the season?
I think
they show him enough respect not to
I
let
think
go
they show
of him?
enough respect for him because what's it going to do with an interim coach? Nothing. You know you're going to go get someone. You're the Giants. You're going to go get somebody in the offseason. I think you let him ride it out and just finishes. But I think he's got to go. Something's got to happen there, especially with that team. It's got some talent. A couple young players with Cruz, with Wilson. Even though he's had started off bad, I still like David Wilson as talent from his talent standpoint. But I think something's got to be done.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
So let's get into our power rankings. Arvin, you can't leave the production room when the show's going on. It's bad for business.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's okay. I'm going to give him shit when he gets back in here. All right, we'll get back to power rankings of 1 through 10. Knocker, starting from the bottom through my 1 through 10. You know, I got to throw my own music on and stuff now. Is that what's going on, Arvin? All right, here we go. 1 through 10 power rankings, baby, right now. All right, here we go. A lot of new teams have come up into the power rankings. Got a lot of crap this week for them. You looked them over. You disagree. You were kind of with me last week a little bit. Kind of met a little bit, but some big changes after some big games. All right. Again, I've called my this week number 6. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. All right, 1 through 10. Number 10. Ravens. Baltimore Ravens at 3-2. Baltimore's front 7 absolutely destroyed Miami last week. That's, I believe, 6 or 7 sacks on Ryan Tannehill last week.
But they still almost lost the game.
That's my one point here. Their offense is still out of sync. Terrell Suggs is coming back, defensive player of the year almost. Elvis Dumerville still awesome on the line. I like their young defense. As far as offense is still out of sync. Ray Rice banged up. I really do think that Bolden loss is going to be a lot bigger than they thought.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially moving the chains, getting that 3rd and 7 on those quick outs. You know, Torrey Smith is more a down the field runner. You got to get Bolden in there to get those, 3rd and long.
Dennis Pitt is hurt also, right?
Yeah,
they're
lost
really,
in the
really
season.
missing him also.
Definitely. So, all right,
got troubles. I don't even have him in my top 10.
All right, I got them at number 9. Number 10. Number 9, the Bengals. Bengals moved 3 spots this week for me. I know they lost to the Browns a week earlier, but you beat the Patriots at home in a sloppy game. It was raining.
Yeah.
But still, you beat the Patriots. You beat an undefeated team in a good Patriots team, still banged up. But this weekend, what are we going to get? Are you going to get the team that beat the Browns? Or that lost to the Browns? Or are you going to get the team that beat the Patriots?
Right. I don't know. That's one of the most enigmatic. There's a lot of teams that you just don't know week in, week out what's going on. And as far as gambling on it, it's very frustrating to try and figure this stuff out. But that's what makes it fun. But you have Cincinnati there, and I've got Cincinnati on top of New England just based on the win at 8 and 9. But
okay,
you got Cincinnati at 9.
All right, so we got Ravens 10, Bengals 9, moving up to number 8. Everyone's hated team, it looks like, the Packers. My cheeseheads.
A lot of people hate that team.
They're kind of like the Cowboys. You either like the Packers or you can't stand them, especially with all the rivalries in that division.
Well, I think Green Bay and Dallas and New England create the most animosity in the league. Those 3 teams.
Maybe New England's up. Yeah, New England.
New England and Dallas and Green
Packers,
Bay. Just people hate those teams.
Well, 2 of them for winning. 1 just because of the fucking Cowboys. Yes, I will insult my own team now because I'm sick of it.
The problem with the Cowboys is they act like they're winning. They act like they're something. They project themselves as champions, as America's team. They haven't won shit in 20 years. Yeah. But they still act and project themselves to everybody else and force feed us that we're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And that's what bugs you. The Yankees can get away with it. They got 27 rings, right? The Packers are the Packers. Right, New England the last 10 years, you hate winners. They hated Chicago. And
well, in the 90s, we won 3 Super Bowls. No, stop doing that.
Exactly.
Okay?
Stop.
We live in a circus called Jerry's World, and we're all part of his own little scheme.
That's why they hate the Cowboys. They're so pretentious.
Hey, Arvin,
It's not
thanks
'cause
for
they're-
coming back. I appreciate it.
Not because they're good.
Yeah, can you throw some music on so I can use my own sound effects here for my numbers?
I'm sorry. You said that the little ones have risen and
Yes.
something about Brown and I had to make a
You had to make a
run for it.
You went to the bathroom, no problem. Yeah, throw me on some in the back right here so I can use my own sound here. All right, I get into my so we got Packers at number 8. Again, it's Aaron Rodgers. And again, like we said, until the Packers lose to the Bears will not be on top there. It's just not going to happen. So,
And it's not like they're a great team. I mean, I wouldn't call Green Bay right now a great team. They just look to be a little bit better than everybody else.
Yep,
I'm
I
sorry,
totally agree.
Chicago was right there, but the last 2 weeks they have not looked
Chicago's
good.
up to number 5 at one
Yeah,
point in my
they
power
have
rankings,
not
but
looked
you
good
lose
the last
2 in
2
a row
weeks.
did not look good. So, all right, number 7. All right, we're gonna go into. You like it, Knocker? A little change here.
Yeah.
Arvin's dancing. All right, New England Patriots. I know they lost. Okay, they dropped 3 spots in my rankings. They were at number 4 last week, but Patriots are getting healthier. It was raining outdoors against one of the
Now,
best.
was it? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, it was raining outdoors. Bengals, one of the toughest defenses in the league. He's playing with a bunch of freshman idiot receivers that can't catch the ball. Okay, chalk it up to one of those games. Don't underestimate this team. They're getting Gronk back. They're getting Ridley. Their defense is much improved. Patriots are still one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah, it was almost like God got pissed at Brady for something. I don't know what he did. Maybe he didn't go to confession or something, but that was really odd. The weather was pretty cool right up until the last drive, and then he just opened the skies. It was Noah's Ark time, that last drive for New England, and then when the outcome was assured, it stopped raining. I mean, it rained for like 5 minutes. It poured buckets on that last drive,
Yeah.
and then it stopped raining.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm sorry, it's
So
not going to happen
just
this
chalk
time.
it up to one of those games. Let's see how they go into this week, okay?
Yeah, they did. Amendola dropped a couple of passes, and you know he's still got some issues. And what's worrying me is New England just doesn't score enough points to get through the playoffs. They may win that division, and scary to say, the Jets almost look like a decent football team. I'm interested to see what happens when they play, because the Jets do play some pretty good defense.
The Jets are going to make me silly. We got a big game this weekend for the Pats going up against the Saints, going into the Dome. I think like I said, I think the Pats are going to be okay in the end, but they get slaughtered.
I don't get chewed up this week.
Not slaughtered to say, but they lose by maybe 10, 14
Well,
points in this game.
the problem is they out of the undefeated teams, and they're not anymore. They're only averaging like 20 points a game.
Yeah.
That's not going to do it in New Orleans.
If I'm Patriots, I even sit Gronk out of this one. Playing
Yeah.
on turf, indoors, you're more than likely not going to win with even Gronk there at maybe 80%. Let him rest that other week and come
Yeah,
back
I think
strong.
that's a pretty good call.
Chalk this one up to a loss, Patriots, because
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
I think so.
It's going to happen. So,
Okay, come on.
all right, coming in next. You got some help there, Alvin, on Twitter. It says, leave him alone. He's probably a good guy. You know, so I don't.
Is that my stalker?
Yeah, it's your stalker. It is your stalker.
Taryn, calm down.
I told you.
Stop blaming the rain. These are grown-ass men, the prime physical specimens of our species. They should be capable. You know what? In a normal rain, yeah, that was not a normal rain. I'm sorry. Unless
know.
you have hands that are 2 feet long, you can't grip a ball and throw it more than 10 yards. The last pass he threw that got intercepted, that was the rain. I'm sorry, this is Tom Brady. When was the last time you saw him under pressure throw a ball, not be unable to throw a ball 25 yards without it fluttering?
Yeah.
That ball fluttered, held up in the rain. I'm sorry, this was not normal rain. Yes, to your point, Taryn, you're right. Don't blame the rain, but it didn't rain all day until that drive, and all of a sudden it came down as hard as I've ever seen rain
Don't
come
blame
down.
the juice. Don't blame the juice. Right, Knocker? Boom. No, busted, baby.
Oh,
Blame the juice.
busted.
All right, getting my number 6 team here. A team that is
Number 6.
really come back and showed a lot in these last 2 weeks. I know they had an easy game against the Rams, but 49ers absolutely hammered. The easiest
back.
money to bet this weekend.
Yes, it was.
Won so much money on this game.
Yes.
Did we not kick ass in our VIP picks this week? Is Guru back? Can you just say Sports Guru's back?
Guru is back.
Guru is back. Nailed it. Went 5-1 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Nailed the Thursday night and the Monday night game for the time before. I
Yeah.
mean, we just killed it this week.
Little
and won
bump
a
on
lot of money.
Saturday,
It was
but
fine.
overall for the week,
You've been on fire. You're allowed to have a little bump in the road. I picked you back up. We've just been doing fantastic. The new SportsGuru.com, guys, only $14.99 a month. You get all our premium picks. We won a lot of money last week. So, again, sign up today at thenewsportsguru.com. So,
Yeah, what was the week tally from?
I think we went like
Monday
a
to
week
Thursday?
to week. I think it was like 16-5-1.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Ain't bad.
That's like a G. That's like a grand. You put $100
Quiche
in the
money.
juice.
Just join now, man. Join.
All
You
right,
get
now-
all the picks for $15.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just one.
Get all of them.
You get all
Even
of them.
MLB, I killed it. I went 5-2
Yeah, you did.
or something in MLB.
Yep.
So, all right, number 6 here. The Niners climbing up one spot. They're at 7. A little bump because they've beaten a bad Rams team, and now we're looking at a bad Texans team. But absolutely throttle them. The
Yeah.
passing game seems to be getting back together. They're going to get Mario Manham and Crabtree back here in the next couple of weeks. I think the Niners have really righted the ship here after going through that 2 weeks where they lost to the Seahawks and the Colts.
Good thing I traded Brady for Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And dropped, just flat out.
Feel
dropped
good about that one
Vernon
now?
Davis.
Your fantasy league?
Fuck him. Go. Keep going.
Nicely put. I like that. We'll go past the Niners.
Eloquently stated.
Number 5 from the knocker. All right, number 5 here, a team that has just been impressive since that win in San Francisco. The Indianapolis Colts jump up one spot into my top 5. Andrew Luck is playing like a top 5 quarterback right now as far as just maintaining the ball, controlling it, not having interceptions. This guy, T.Y. Hilton, fantasy beast for me in like every league. Sneaker, I love him. Had a great game last week. He had 2 touchdowns. Colts, though, beating the Seahawks proved they are a legit contender this year. Would you agree?
I've got them at number 3.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're very impressive. Going
Wow.
on the road and beating San Francisco and then coming home and playing, who presumably were 2 of the top 3 teams in the league, and you take down Seattle in a back-and-forth game where you could have crumbled at any time. I think they showed some serious backbone,
I agree.
and I think they're a damn good football team.
I agree. Coming here on Twitter again, guys. If you want to disagree or want to chime in on Twitter, SportsCast_THN. Call the show, 855-969-7268 is the number. On Twitter says, we can't stop talking about these losers. To get to my Chiefs, well, we're getting to your Chiefs. Right now, we're getting to your Chiefs right now. My number 4 team.
Number 4.
The Chiefs, baby.
Chiefs,
They have
yep.
just been climbing up my power rankings ever since they started week 1 with that great win. They're up to 5-0 now. Went up into number 4 spot. Not bad after starting the season 1-4 last year, huh, Chiefs fans?
Yeah.
Guys feel good about that.
Kind of an ugly win. They scored on a turnover.
Good teams win ugly.
And Fitzpatrick, threw some Romo-esque, Cutler-esque interceptions in that game. He did not play very well. But you go on the road and you win in the NFL. It doesn't matter how, right?
Yep.
Just throw the W up there and let's get back home.
Throw the W up, exactly. And you got to win ugly to get by in this
Yep.
league. Look how the Broncos won.
Yeah,
You win ugly.
absolutely.
I mean, that's how you get it. And the NFL, their defense is legit.
Yeah, it is.
One of the best I've seen in a while here, especially in the secondary. A lot of hard smash nose guys in that secondary get hit, kind of like a Seattle. They built it almost like a Seattle
Yeah.
defense, and they've got that home field advantage for Kansas City now. It's one of the hardest places to play, especially getting into wintertime.
Yeah,
where they want to play that small ball. Let's pound it with Alex Smith, dink and dunk. Let's go down the field. Let's score 20 points.
Yeah.
And let's hold the other team to 13.
Yeah, who thought Alex Smith would be scoring points, nice fantasy points every week?
Yeah.
Brady threw up a big 5
How you doing
for
in
me.
fantasy?
Shut up. Shut up.
Can we
Just shut up.
No, can we replay week 1 on this show where you came in here almost highfalutin? Oh, my fantasy team's bad. I kicked Guru's butt so bad.
Well, I'm
have
so
you won? Wait, have you won since that week?
No, in either league. I haven't won in either league. I lost to you in the other league by 5
Snoop
points.
Dogg!
By 4 points because I didn't play a kicker. I'm so stupid I didn't have a kicker. I had Novak as my kicker.
Yeah.
He scored 5 points. I would have won by 1. That's how stupid I am. Yeah. And that Brady trade looked great. He put up 5 points for me. Yeah,
You're
Brady.
done. I think you're done,
Yeah,
right?
I'm a great GM. Good thing I just sit over here and drink beer.
Comes on Twitter from Chabby Jode, says, I think the only thing that can stop Brady is God.
I think so.
I think that's it, man. You got to throw, natural disasters at him, or this guy's unstoppable.
I think God just said that's enough. Something you didn't please me this week.
All right, Chiefs though again legit. I think they really are going to give Denver a run here when they play them twice in the
I think
4
week
weeks.
11 and week 13.
It's going to be saying I don't think the Chiefs might not lose until then though. We'll see.
May not.
May not. All right, number 3 team. They dropped out of number 2 with the loss.
Number 3.
Number 3 team goes to Seattle Seahawks. I'm not going to ding them too much for that loss to the Colts. Again, 2 back-to-back road games at a way better Colts team than we actually all anticipated. It's not like they got blown out or smoked.
No,
Okay, they
they
lost
just
a tough
lost on the
road
road.
team on the road. I still think they are, top 3 team in the league. Going to be having a game this weekend. Seattle is who are they playing this weekend? Let's see. Seattle at home against Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee's just not the same team, especially on the road without their quarterback. Fitzpatrick just proved why Buffalo
I think
let
Seattle
him go.
rolls them in this one.
I think so too.
I think it's tough because Tennessee just kind of ran a roadblock enough that hot start. They had to play the Chiefs last week, playing Seattle this week.
Yeah, well,
Just-
losing Locker, it's just it's just going to be that much tougher, and they got a killer schedule.
Remember,
Tennessee's
guys,
got a tough schedule right now.
There's this little guy on Seattle called Percy Harvin. It's getting
Coming
healthier
back.
each week.
Yep.
This team's going to be reckoned with at the end here. So, all right, number 2 team got up there after another impressive win. I've called this team from the very beginning. I said the Saints were going to be one of the most improved teams getting Sean Payton back this year, and they have not proven me wrong. The Saints come out, not smoked the Bears, but really had their way with the Bears pretty much, their defense. Got a tough game this weekend. Again, it's in New England this weekend. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's in New England. Saints going up against the Patriots. What do you guys say about these Saints, man? Who dat?
Yeah, who dat?
I mean, really?
I have them at number 1. I moved them
wow.
at number 1 over Denver based on their defense.
Wow, Knocker, that
I think
seriously goofy. Like that.
No, I think they can score with Denver. I do. Denver showed a little Achilles heel. The Dallas pressure was really getting to Peyton Manning in that second half. He had happy feet. He was throwing the ball early. He didn't want to get hit.
Yeah.
They really disrupted that offense. Now, to his credit, he still pulled out the victory. But New Orleans, I think, is just got really good balance on offense and defense.
Defense is one.
And I think right now, if they played on a neutral field, I think I'd lean with the Saints right now.
You don't think Rob Ryan's happy to be out of Dallas? That fucking circus going on?
Yeah.
I know. He's happy as hell to be at that circus show called Jerry's World over there.
I just love Dallas, though. Monty Kiffin sucked for 5 years at USC. Yeah. They got to find a coordinator.
Bring him over!
Hey, I know who we can get.
Yes!
Have you seen him? He looks like he's 100 years old.
I know. Him and Coughlin look like they're going to die on the sideline.
I'm waiting for someone in the booth to just push him. Are you awake? Hey, Monty, you awake?
Monty, 4th and 2. We need a play call.
Make a call.
We need a play call.
I love the soup. I love the soup.
Monty just turns to you. He's like,
I like turtles.
thanks, Monty. We're calling the Turtles. We're calling out the Turtles. So, all right, number 1 team. They will stay there until they falter.
Number 1.
Chabby's Broncos, baby. The Broncos, Frank Army's Broncos up there. I mean, those are the games you got to win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And as much as I hated seeing it with Romo, we all knew it was coming. All knew it was coming.
Man.
You talk about a guy that can make... it's like when you go on that date, everything's gone right, you paid for the dinner. Mm-hmm. Nice, you brought a car, brought her home, maybe walked through on the beach. You're right about to get to that point when you get to the door. Then maybe you had a little too much drink and you barf on her instead of kissing her. That's kind of what Tony Romo does. He gets right there.
I was going to say, that's better than finding out that's a man.
Yeah, or finding out she's a tranny the whole night. Yeah.
That's your taste.
Yeah. That's Tony Romo for you in a nutshell, folks. Yeah. My God. I mean, Arvin, throw this up. Throw up Tony Romo here. He can make plays like this scrambling play. Did you see this? Like, he did Johnny Manziel play in the second quarter.
He was on fire. He was insane. He was playing out of his mind.
Right here. So what are you throwing that for?
I count 3 dark jerseys and the referee right there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think the referee did block the guy that actually intercepted the ball.
But he can pull plays off like this, like Johnny Manziel. It's like you go from this greatness to just plain out stupidity and crap.
Yeah, and people are defending him. Oh, my God, he played a great game. He put up the numbers. He did this and that. That's why me and you go round and round.
Yep.
Stats don't win games. Players win games.
I'm starting to come around on that theory.
Seriously. And we were having this discussion. If that game was a 7-7 ball game, and he made that mistake, and he had only thrown for 100 yards, you'd be all over his ass for making a stupid play. The mere fact that he threw for 500 yards does not erase the fact he made a stupid play.
And we've been to Tony Romo some more. It's the freaking circus show with Tony Romo, exactly. So, all right, well, we got to take a quick break here. We've been running late on this break, so when we get back, guys, we're going to talk some NCAA football top 25, against some MLB playoffs, little NHL. We had maybe the goal of the year in the NHL last night.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
also, Wildwood sports story that you do not want to hear for all you gamblers out there. Pay your debts, bitch. Pay your debts. We'll be back after this.
watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Nurses Life Express provides unique apparel for all the hardworking nurses that wear many hats. It is apparel that expresses nurses' amazing, humorous, and caring personalities. After all, nurses are as influential as their united goal to help others. Nursing's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. For more information, please call 562-270-4312 or visit their website at www.nurselife.com. www.nurselyfe.com. Nurseslife.com, where nurses' lives are expressed.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, 2 things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number 1 Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number 1. There's only number 1. There's only number 1.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos Español.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
Fun, baby.
Back here on the SportsCast, Wednesdays, 12 to 1:30, right here, RantRadioNetwork.com, baby. Thanks for checking in, guys. You're at your workstation, on the road. You guys can always tune in with the TuneIn app. You guys can get that on your smart device. It's a free app you guys can get, so you can listen on the go at any time. Also, get all our shows on demand at thenewsportscrew.com. Become a VIP today. This is your song. You like this song?
This is just an intro for the next song.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I'm just going to say it goes a little with
okay. I like it. All right. I like it. Everyone's bouncing in their seats right now. All right, guys, back here, though, we're going to get a little bit more NFL. Go ahead and turn it off over there, Arvin.
And this segment is brought to you by... Who do you want to go with first?
We're going to go with Fireman's Brew. Let's go Fireman's Brew, because Fireman's Brew we're drinking right now. Again, we're drinking the Redheads. Fireman'sbrew.com. You guys can check them out. They are the official beer sponsor of the Sportscast, always have and will be. Fireman'sbrew.com. You get all their locations. They're all in your Ralph's, Sprouts, Vaughn's, all your shopping centers basically now. They're everywhere, so you can check them out. Get their blonde. They have dark beer, blonde, and these redheads. So they even have Coke as well. They even have Cokes. They have sodas. So they got everything.
How apropos for the song that we just played coming in, and you mentioned Coke.
I know. It's just right there.
That was
segue.
Well played, sir.
Fireman's Brew, though. Fireman'sbrew.com, guys.
Yeah. We also brought to you by Al Delino's Restaurant in Azusa. Best Italian food out there. Freshest ingredients. Go tell Gabriel we sent you. Go check them out. They're in the corner of Cerritos and Arrow. You can check them out on Facebook. I'm telling you, that's how you feel when you're in there, man. It's just, they take their
Google
time.
Google Adelinos, you can get the address.
They don't rush.
How? Like you're about to get shot.
No, it's just, it's food time. The world's going away. It's time to just lose yourself in some good, fresh food. And that's what they bring you. They don't rush you, and everything's fresh. You need to check them out. Go check them out on
Aldelinos. And what is it? In Azusa?
In Azusa.
In Azusa, right there. All right. Hit me with some NFL right now, but we get back into the NFL, get some NCAA top 25 matchups. Well, you can hit me with that. That's fine. That's not the NFL, but you can hit me with our background. That's cool. You're all over it today.
They kill you, Arvin.
I swear to God, he's always over every show. It's a little bit worse, just every show. It goes a little bit more downhill.
You make one good move, and now it's right back to square one.
Exactly. Well, now he goes into 50 Cent. He's just like a DJ in there right now. What the fuck is this?
It's Club Rant Radio.
Club Rant Radio. No, you can cut the music now. I just wanted the NFL intro. That's all I wanted.
Can't always get what you want.
Can't always
like
can.
the Stones
Always
say, right?
can. Exactly.
Like the Stones say.
Just some NFL news, but I want to cover with you guys, and a couple issues that came out today. In the NFL, Julio Jones obviously might be out for the season.
Like
Fantasy owners, you can start crying because you already have and complaining to me.
I have him.
Oh, you have
him?
him?
He's on my team.
There you go. Him and just talk about that whole team. Just Roddy White.
Roddy White's got a hammy.
Got a hammy problem.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble big time. So Julio Jones, they say it's probable, more than likely, out for the season.
Got a bad foot.
So got a bad foot. They're going to get that.
Owen Daniels over in Houston, he's got a displaced fibula fracture. 8 weeks, and Houston can't afford to lose players on offense. Their offense is funky as it is right anyway.
Yeah.
So that things don't look good for them either, man.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Well, and also, again, we talked about, one of my teams that have fallen from the top. We talked about Giants, now Falcons, Texans, Matt Schaub. Story comes out today. Fan outside of his house, berating him, telling him he sucks, And I understand fans are pissed off. They burned his jersey. I posted that video where they burned his jersey after that pick against the Seahawks. And, he opens up the 49ers game with a pick six again.
Yeah.
And then throws another interception a couple drives later. And it's not looking good for Matt. TJ Yates isn't the answer. And I think Matt Schaub still gives you the best chance of winning on that team despite his struggles. But something's got to be done. But fans...
What the hell's the matter with you people?
It's a game. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's
entertainment.
I'm pissed at Tony Romo. I'm not going to show up at Tony Romo's house and start, who takes the time to do that?
Who's that involved?
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
You pay your money. You want to sit in a seat, and yell at them from your seat. No problem. The players don't have a problem with that. That's okay. Well, even you can go too far that way. You want to burn his jersey in the parking lot and film it? Fine. But you cannot make this personal and go to this man's house and scare his wife, scare his children, take pictures of his family.
Grow up, guys.
Get over it.
Really.
It's a game.
It's a game. I totally
Get
agree.
over it.
Well, let's see what a caller has to say. We got a caller on line one. Going to bring them in. All right. You're online with the Sportscast. Hello. Oh.
All right.
You're online with the Sportscast. Who we got? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. On line one.
Did you hang up on him?
No, I didn't. You're just not doing your job in there. Huh?
I love Mr. Awesome. Can we get some Freebird?
Call back, caller.
Freebird.
You want Freebird in the house?
Freebird.
He also chimes in on Twitter here. Stupid and crap equal shop. So I understand fans are hating on him, but guys, but
that's
to go
okay.
to his
we
house.
can do it from here because
you know?
it's impersonal. We're here. We're not in his face on his property, disrupting his family life, man. It's football. Get over it. It's just you must have bigger problems than this, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's Peppy Pants was on the phone. So Peppy Pants, call back in. We'll take your call. I don't know what happened in there. You were just praising Arvin, but look who fucked up. I'm on it today, man. I'm sure.
Wow, you're angry.
I am angry today,
man.
I'm angry today. I'm angry. I'm very angry. What does it say? If you show up on my property talking shit, you're going to get shot. # Mexican style.
There you go.
Like that.
Serious. That'll stop that shit in a hurry.
From at J Marquis on Twitter.
There you go. See?
I like that. I'm down with that too.
Absolutely.
So I like that about Texas in a way. I could carry a gun on my property. You go on my property, piss me off, I'm going to shoot you. I think there needs to be a little bit more of that, like old Western style kind of thing. Like, not to say I want people just shooting guns down the street, but you know what? Like, step off.
Matt Schaub would go to court. The judge would ask him, why did you shoot him? He needed killing.
Yeah.
Okay, not guilty.
I agree.
He needed killing. He came on my property without my permission. I asked him to leave. He said no, so I shot the son of a bitch.
So I son of a bitch. I agree with you.
That'll be the last time somebody shows up on my front porch.
Exactly. All right, let's take a call. Peppy Pants, see if you're back on. All right, Taryn, what's going on? Taryn.
Hello?
What's going on, Taryn?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you.
Good. I know you hate me right now because of the Packers, but I'm glad that you're doing well.
I don't hate you.
Just firmly disagree.
I just think you're either misled, misinformed, kissing too much ass.
Just plain stupid.
Too much ass.
Just plain stupid.
Well, what's going on, girl? How did your event go over this past weekend?
It went really well.
Good.
I wanted to thank you guys
Awesome.
again for your support.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, but we raised thousands of dollars.
Nice.
It was great.
Standing.
Always
That's
glad to hear that.
fantastic.
Where's Cass? Right there, helping you guys out. I love it. We sent you our donation yesterday, so I hope that I know it's a little bit, but I hope it helps out with that.
No, absolutely. Everything helped.
Yeah, so that's great to hear. As far as your Bears go, why do you think that your Bears are better? Should be ranked higher than the Packers? I just want to hear your explanation. So I'll give you the floor.
You have not given a reasonable justification in 2013 for ranking them below the Packers.
I ranked above them
last year. That's fine. This is a new season, my friend.
And Cutler is still
Cutler's
playing
still
the same.
I mean, it's I understand it was the Saints, but I mean,
listen, I'm not gonna sit here and take this from a Dallas fan and somebody who won't declare allegiance.
Oh, it's not. That's where it comes back. All it comes back to being a Cowboys fan.
Yep.
It's not going to hear it.
You lose all credibility being a Cowboy fan.
Exactly.
I think that's what she's saying.
Exactly. I mean, do you think you guys might have some issues here, Taryn, or do you blame it kind of, just a bad couple of games?
I think you have issues. I think the Bears are just fine. No, but look, we've got some great matchups coming up. They're going to get us back on top. It's going to be fine.
Oh,
it was a rough couple of games in a row. I'm not in denial about that.
No, you had a rough couple of games. You did, but you got a big. I mean, I think you guys are absolutely going to take it to the Giants tomorrow night at home in Chicago. You guys are playing the pitiful Giants coming out, and then
so that's going to be a big boost. It's going to be an opportunity to work on some things.
And then you got Washington.
We'll just run all over their defense, and then we've got Washington coming up.
You got two good games.
And then we'll play Green Bay, and you guys will have an answer, I guess.
Yeah, we will.
Exactly,
yeah,
we will have an answer then. So, Taryn, I appreciate you calling in. I'm sorry, I don't hate the Bears. I love your Bears, but I just think the Packers are a little better.
And congratulations on the charity event.
And as far as Schaub goes, I mean, he should have the right to shoot people off of his lawn.
Yes.
There you go.
Isn't that
just like target practice? That is insane. And whoever it was that released his address, how dare they?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
This is it's an entertainment. It's the same as going to see a movie. It's what it's for.
I agree with
Knock it off.
Yep. Taryn, you just said it right there.
Absolutely.
You said it. So, hey, girl, we appreciate it. Glad we could help out and glad everything went well.
Thank you guys for your help. We'll
All
talk
right.
to you very soon.
All right. Love you, girl.
Hey, that's awesome that they made that much money.
Yeah,
man. What a
glad
great
we helped
cause.
out and everything. I hope some of the
That was
SportsCast
cool.
people chimed in, so I'm glad we can help out with
Good
stuff
for
like
her.
that.
We need
So,
more people like
good
that
stuff.
helping our veterans out. We need more people involved. We really do.
What do you think the problem is? I think you have problems.
I think
you have
got
issues. What do you think the issues are? I think you got issues, Guru. That was good, Dad. That might be the call of the year right there. I like that. Let's get some NCAA top 10 coming up here, Knocker. This is your side of the field here. You're the college man, the college guru, as I like to call you.
Mm-hmm.
You might. That's probably the only thing you're good at, because in the bedroom life, I've heard from Wendy in the past. I hate you.
Made
for that.
you, though.
They did make me, bitch.
That's all I can say.
This is not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. I just can't talk about Mom.
That's Mom.
You're calling me while you were over in Palm Springs the other night, like last week. You're like, just want to let you know, I'm 3-2 on my bets and about to get it on with your mom. I'm like, oh, thanks. Thanks a lot for that. I really
the fool. We're about to knock some boots.
I'm about to knock some boots. Just want to let you know. Hashtag have a good night. All right, what's going on? College football, though. We had some good games past weekend. We had some Stanford, Washington stuff going on with Sarkisian.
Yeah, that game, the Stanford-Washington game, turned out to be a fantastic football game. Stanford's got some dude named Holiday who on special teams, he had over 199 yards returning kickoffs. The guy was just unbelievable. It was a well-played game. But in the aftermath, Sarkisian was basically accusing late in the game Stanford linebackers, two of their linebackers, Gardner and Scott Scova, faking injuries. Now, it's happened before, and other places have admitted that they fake injuries to slow offenses down. But I watched that game. These two guys were not faking. Scove is tough as nails, and so Stanford's coach came back, with a little, that's not how we do this at Stanford, and it went kind of back and forth.
I've always had an issue with that injury stuff, though, because it does happen a lot.
It does happen.
Injuries,
the problem,
it does. You talk to ex-players, it does. Coaches tell you, hey, he's the guy who's going to drop in less than 2 minutes. This guy's going to get hurt. There's always that designated guy. They practice it.
Sure, but the Stanford coach came back, and he basically told Sarkisian, look, we don't do that at Stanford. We don't need to do that at Stanford. We've been to 3 BCS bowl games in a row. We don't need to risk our reputation to beat you.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not going to do that. You're not worthy enough of that. We don't need to do that. We're not going to do that. And, they went back and forth a little bit.
So was Steve doing a little bit of this?
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
Was he doing a little bit of crying?
Yeah, I think he was.
Marvin, give me some volume on my sound here.
Because they wanted to win that game so bad, and they were right there.
Yeah.
They had the ball. They were driving. The last call was ruled a catch and then overturned, and it was a little bit iffy. So it was a bitter pill to swallow. But coaches, come on, man. If you lose, just lose.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. Especially Sarkisian, as it turns out, the only guy that's ever factually been found to have his players fake injuries. There's a coach at Washington University now who used to coach at Cal, and he has admitted, and he's been found guilty of having players fake injuries. So if you've got someone on your staff who has been found guilty as a fact of doing that, you might want to not blame somebody else for doing that.
Yeah, that's Penn State.
So
you are one pathetic loser.
But don't be a pathetic loser. Just be a loser. Take your loss.
Exactly.
And don't try this. Causes a conversation.
Exactly.
What else is going on though in college?
You had Georgia and Tennessee playing in a thriller. Tennessee's kind of like the Cowboys right now. They're trying to get one signature win, and they just can't seem to beat that team. And they had Georgia on the ropes late. Georgia came back with a late tying score, and then in overtime.
I thought Georgia was going to roll in this game.
And they looked
really
like it.
did.
In the first half, they looked golden. In Tennessee, and you kind of start pulling for the underdog, especially if you're not going to win your bet. Then you start pulling for the underdog.
Then you go to live betting and pick the second half. As degenerates do. It's like me and you, right, Knocker? Yeah. So that's what I did last night. You won't believe what I did last night. I would say a story real quick. It was bad. I just do it totally degenerate. I had 4 vodka club sodas, so I was at my peak last night watching baseball.
Peak performance.
And I bet.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, that's what I was doing. And I had lost about $200 in the day. I lost with, I believe it was I lost with the Red Sox the night before,
right?
And also lost taking the Pirates. I took the Pirates in Game 4 as well, so I lost. I was down $200. So put it all on Boston, right? Put $250 on Boston. I see Boston's down 1-0 in the 7th. 200 Tampa. 200 Tampa.
Just to cover
200
your ass.
Tampa. What does Red Sox do? 2 runs in the next inning. I'm like, fuck. At least I broke even, but damn.
Gambling's fun.
That's how degenerate I am. Like, oh,
you got us
I
scared.
better just save my ass. Just bet $200 the other way to save my ass.
You got us scared.
Yeah, I got us scared.
You got us scared.
Felt scared.
At Tennessee in overtime, they got the ball first, and man, it's just poor Tennessee. They got their asses handed to them at Oregon. The crowd was going nuts. Guys running around right in, and you know how they dive towards the end zone? He had two hands on the ball. His right hand came off, and the momentum of his dive, you can see the football sliding out of his left hand like 1 inch before the goal line.
Yeah.
So it's ruled a touchback. Georgia gets the ball, kicks a field goal, and stays relevant for the national championship. Clemson rolled at Syracuse. I love Clemson talking before the game. They just loved it.
Florida State rolled.
Syracuse talks more shit than any other team that we play.
Most people from New York.
And
do.
Clemson just.
I love you, New York.
Yeah, Clemson just handed them their ass. So Clemson looks really strong on the bounce back. Louisville's still looking good. The game.
Your
if you're
FSU
a gambler,
game. Your FSU game. We picked that Maryland, the Terps.
Well, I picked.
The Terps, man. Plus 17.
I'm
Come on.
Dr.
Knockers. Hit it, man. Hit it, Knockers. Joey didn't like that one in San
I'm Dr.
Francisco.
Death.
My VIPs did not like that pick. They chimed in.
Well,
it was over in the first quarter.
I know. I'm Dr. Death. I picked Utah State on Friday.
Yeah.
The quarterback gets hurt in the first series, blows that bet totally out of the water.
Dude, it was a bad week of
Maryland-
us betting on quarterbacks that got hurt.
Maryland goes to Florida State.
Even though we had a good weekend.
And their not that they would have won, but it would have been a definitely different game.
Yes.
Not 63-0. Come on. Yeah, that bet looked good.
I like that Nintendo sound.
The interesting game of the weekend was Ohio State and Northwestern.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
If
the
you-
gods, the betting gods won me money on that.
My brother, who's pretty into this stuff, said it was a $2 million swing in
yeah.
Vegas.
Well, because
everybody
the spread
was heavy.
6.5.
Everybody was heavy on Ohio State.
Yeah, I was, baby. I put a lot of money. Yep.
Heavy on Ohio State, and Northwestern has the ball running out the clock, and Ohio State's not going to cover. Everybody's going to lose.
Yeah.
And if you didn't see this last play, the laterals, and Ohio State finally covers the ball in the end zone for a touchdown to cover. I mean, you can imagine what was going on in sportsbooks places, man.
Yeah.
But Ohio State stays undefeated. Oregon did their thing in Colorado, 57-16. That was a nice cover if you were taking that. LSU in the second half of that game looked very impressive.
No, that was one of our ones on the table there.
And they, in a few weeks, they play Alabama, and that's the showdown for the West Division in the SEC. LSU has some freaks at wide receiver.
Yeah.
These guys are
Mettenberg,
NFL.
Their quarterback, was it Mettenberg?
Yeah, Mettenberg.
Yeah, Mettenberg. He's good, man.
Yes.
He's a good kid.
They are that's a very, very, very good offensive football team, and that's just going to be another battle with Alabama.
Well, it looks with the top 10, didn't look like it shook up too much. Alabama still at 1, Oregon 2, Clemson 3, Ohio State 4, Stanford 5, Florida State again, another big win, 6, Georgia 7. Your Louisville Cardinals at number 8 there. Johnny Manziel is number 9, and LSU at number 10. USC just at the outskirts there at 11.
At UCLA, you mean? Don't piss off USC.
I'm sorry, no,
UCLA.
UCLA. Sorry, Bruin fans. I know your team's better than
really
ours.
hard
I
to
know
get
your
there.
team's. Yes, I know your team's better than ours. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so this weekend,
Exactly. I love you, UCLA.
Whisper. So, yeah, the top 10's the same. It's just, a couple flipped, OSU and Clemson in the USA in the coaches poll. Some good games coming up this weekend. You've got the Red River rivalry,
yes.
Oklahoma versus Texas.
I think that's going to be a smoke fest.
If Oklahoma rolls over Texas, which they probably should, Mac Brown is definitely gone at the end of the year.
I said he was gone at the beginning of the year. He's done. He's kind of like a Tom Coughlin. You've had your time, man. Just
they
retire,
stole that
go
game
out.
in Iowa State. Iowa State won that football game, so Texas should have lost that game. They should be 2-3 right now instead of 3-2. Program's a mess. They're in trouble, and it's going to be exposed this weekend. An interesting game. You've got Missouri, who's sitting undefeated, going to play number 7 Georgia.
Yeah.
Problem with this, you look at who Missouri's played. They've played nobody. Literally nobody. I think Georgia's going to just pound that
Especially
team.
at home.
Best game of the week.
Oh, you got to go. You know where you're going, right? LSU?
Two different games. You've got Florida going to LSU.
Great game. I think LSU, though, absolutely pounds Florida in this one.
You think so?
Florida doesn't have any offense. And to go into LSU against that defense,
Yeah.
and to go up against, like you said, LSU's receivers so good right now with Ben Berger. I just think LSU rolls them in this one pretty good.
I think LSU wins. I don't know how much they win, but I'm really interested to see what the spread is. I don't know what the spread, but as far as for the most entertaining game, and if you like SEC football, and who doesn't, that's the game to watch this weekend. And the Pac-12, you've got Oregon going to Washington. This is if you East Coasters or Midwesterners don't know, this is a ugly rivalry out here. They do not like each other.
Yeah.
Their campuses are not very far apart, and these two schools do not like each other. Washington is a very good football team. They gave Stanford everything they could handle. Price is going to be an NFL quarterback.
Well, I got the two spreads for you right now. I got two spreads for you. Go ahead. I've got Florida at LSU, -7 LSU at home. I'm taking that all day long.
I like the LSU. I think that's going to go up.
And I think you jump on that now because I think that gets to 8.5.
I think it goes to 9 even.
Yeah. By the time, so I think the LSU, I like that. And then go with that Oregon at Washington. Oregon is at -13.5, 14, depending where you get a 2-touchdown spread.
Dude, that's their smallest spread. That's their smallest spread of the year. That's respect for Washington.
That is respect, but it's hard to bet against Oregon.
It's very
hard to bet. I know,
especially
it's
in the first half.
Yeah,
Oregon comes out and just pounds you in the first half. Them and Baylor. If you're gonna,
those
if you're watching, those are my two first half teams. Them and Baylor, because they just put the gas.
Yeah,
down
you hopped off that
stop.
Oklahoma State bandwagon real quick, huh?
Yeah. It depends on who they're playing.
I understand.
In their non-conference games, Oklahoma State really puts the pedal to the metal against certain teams.
Yeah.
What happened to West Virginia? West Virginia, 2 years ago, even last year, they were relevant. They got hammered 73-42.
Yeah.
73. Now going to Waco, you got to love Baylor at home. Going to Waco is just there's nothing there. Teams get disoriented. It's a horrible place to play. It's much like going up to up to Washington State. You hear, it's a 5-hour bus ride from the freaking airport just to get to the campus.
Yeah.
So that's why Washington State at home is a pretty tough team. But those are your best games of the weekend. Alabama's playing Kentucky. A&M's going to Ole Miss. Ole Miss at the beginning of the year looked like one of those Cinderella teams.
they kind of tailed off.
But they kind of tailed off. That was a
Johnny
sucker bet
runs
this
around
weekend,
there.
so that was a good thing we didn't play that.
Okay.
And Boston College is at Clemson.
Okay.
Another interesting game. Boston College.
We're still waiting for that Clemson F-up. We're still waiting for it. We said we called it last week.
And hopefully it doesn't happen because I'd really like to see Clemson be relevant.
Me too. I like that too.
They've got a good program and they play good, clean, hard football. And you got to love Sweeney. I want to hear some quotes from Dabo Sweeney because he's awesome on the microphone.
Yeah, he's great. Well, two spreads I want to throw at you real quick before you head off. Rutgers at your Louisville Cardinals, sitting at -19. What do you got in that one? Just straight off the thoughts. I know we're not posting this or anything, but what do you like? Just off the bat, we'll give a little betting advice out here.
If it's 19 for the game, it's probably going to be 10 at the half.
Yeah.
And I like Louisville.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
Okay.
But I like the Ville. I like the Ville
now. All right.
Yeah.
The Red River Showdown. Oklahoma at Texas. Oklahoma favored by 2 touchdowns.
I think they cover that. I think they cover that.
I think it's like a 35-17 game.
Yeah,
something like
Texas
that.
is a mess. Texas does not have as good offense. TCU moved the ball a little bit, but when it came time to score points, they couldn't score points.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, they got the Belldozer at quarterback, and he's fun to watch, and he's a little bit better passer than previously thought. He's actually pretty decent. I'm not going to say good.
Yeah.
But I think, Oklahoma would love to get Texas's coach fired.
Yeah.
I really do. They've won 3 straight battles against Texas, and I think
not?
Oklahoma
Stick it to them.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma puts a dagger in their heart this week.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break here. Again, you guys want to chime in, 855-969-7268, or tweet us at sportscast_THN. When we get back, we go MLB playoffs. Some great game. Dodgers, baby, in the NLCS. The Doyers in the NLCS. We got Game 5 tonight between the Cardinals and the Tigers. So we'll talk about those as well. We got
the Cardinals and the Pirates.
The Cardinals and the Pirates, I'm sorry. And then we're also going to get in the greatest goal maybe of the year already in
Oh,
the NHL.
man.
We're going to show you the video. You guys can watch us live right now. RantRadioNetwork.com. We get back after this.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehigle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes.
We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one tequila.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
the
on.
old-fashioned way. Never mass-produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two.
Number one.
Number one, tequila.
Did you ever want to have your own radio show?
No.
Okay. But if you did, you should call the Rant Radio Network at 855-693-4897.
What was that number again? I don't understand what you're saying.
855-693-4897.
City bitch, rack city bitch, rack city bitch.
What's that on that beat?
Rack city bitch, rack city bitch. 10, 20s on your titties, bitch. 100 deep VIP.
Back here on the SportsCast Wednesdays.
Better win the family portion.
Yeah,
of the show.
baby. We're in the second hour. The second hour is not family portion.
the family
I'm a little
side
iffy about
of
the
the
first
show.
half, too, man.
Gotta bounce in the chair. Back on the SportsCast Wednesdays, Rant Radio Network, guys. Again, if you guys are listening live, remember you can watch the show live, rantradionetwork.com, or go back and check everything out at thenewsportsguru.com at our pod center. We have all our shows there archived for you on demand at any time. I want to give a little shout out to Mr. Intelligence at Irv Intelligence on Twitter. Tweets into the show. I'm glad he did. On air, you say Cards and Detroit Tigers. What the fuck planet are you on? Bet you remember us when you start rocking that hat. Hashtag laughing out loud.
Bet loser.
I know that it's the Tigers and A's. Okay, and I know it's the Cardinals and the Pirates. I messed up. And thank you, fans, for every time the Guru messes up on this show, you tweet in about it. Can I get some praise for how about that good call this weekend? How about going 6-1 for the Guru?
Never.
No.
Never.
Thank you.
I gave you some love early on. I gave you some love on the show early on.
Seems like we got to do this the hard way, but Detroit Tigers close it out tomorrow. Yes, they do. I think they do close it out tomorrow with Verlander on the mound.
Now.
Yep.
Okay, this segment, by the way, is brought to you
thank
by
you, Irv. Love you, man.
By Juicy Whip.
I do.
Right?
Yes, juicywhip.com. You guys check them out, juicywhip.com. They are the official sponsor of the SportsCast. They are big supporters of the show. You guys can check them out at any Vons or Ralph's or Target stores. You can get their carton or horchata. It's right next to the milk section. Horchata is basically like a liquid churro. If you get a churro cinnamon, it's great. It's good on ice. It's good stuff. They also make Jamaica, Tamarindo, Orange Whip, which is basically like an Orange Julius.
Right, exactly.
They got the pina colada, pineapple as well, fruit punch. But you guys check them out. They're basically all the big Mexican taquerias. They're in El Pollo Loco. They are in Alberto's. I mean, every place you pretty much think of that has those spinning drinks. You guys see the spinning drinks?
Yep.
You know the spinning drinks that have the liquid?
That's
like, ooh,
right.
I wonder what liquid that is. Well, that's Juicy Whip.
Agua frescas.
Agua frescas. So if
Oh,
you guys,
by the way, Juicy's not treating you bad.
No.
Too bad week, huh?
No.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I am going.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I just got back from my vacation in Malibu.
Yes, you just went to Malibu.
Just went to Malibu, stayed at the beach for the anniversary. It was quite nice. And then I'm going to Vegas, staying in a plush suite, and all the way until Tuesday. So basically a week almost, 6 days in Vegas for work. Everything is on the company. Every meal, taxi drive, everything. I got a credit card. Obviously I still have a
And where are you
company
staying?
credit card, but
Some little
I get to
motel?
use it basically freely.
Are you staying in a little motel somewhere
No, I'm
on the
staying
side?
at the Bellagio, the suite
Oh,
at
you
the top of
really?
the Bellagio.
At the top of the Bellagio.
That's terribly sexy.
Wife is going to fly out on Friday so I can get some loving over the weekend while I'm working during the week. And then, get party time during the week.
That's living
Be showing them
large,
out.
bro.
Yep, I'll be Yep. All weekend long. All weekend long. And then during the week when she's not there.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, bitches. Spirit Rhino. Yeah, just charge it.
This is not Juicy Whip.
Yeah. You want the double? It's double to get 2 girls. Yes, please. Charge. I'll sign for it. No problem. Tip, $100.
We discussed
It's
this.
a tax write-off.
I asked the
I tried to
Spearmint
get
Rhino
Juicy
if
Whip
they
in the
wanted
Spearmint
Juicy
Rhino.
Whip.
I tried. While I was there, I got a couple lap dances. It's only business.
Strictly business.
Exactly. No, it's going to be a fun time, though. I'm going to Vegas, for a
envious.
week.
Color me jealous.
Yeah, seriously. Everything's paid for.
That's
So
nice.
it's gonna be
Hey,
great work.
we are also brought to you
Yeah,
by
so Juicy Whip,
James-
shout out.
James F. Hunshammer.
Yes.
HUNDSHAME.
Big shout out to him for getting me
CPR.
if you want your taxes done right.
He got you some bucks, didn't he? That you
Larry
weren't
H. Park
expecting.
got me. Well, you know what?
James F. Hunshammer got me
Got me.
$2,400.
Yeah, he got me about $2,300 my tax return.
That you weren't expecting, huh?
No, not at all. I
You
was
paid
supposed
last
to pay.
year, and this year
I'm
you
still
made
paying
money.
off last year's. Who did I hire last year? I'm
Yeah.
gonna fire. Who was it last year?
James F. Hunshammer, CPA in Glendora. Check him out.
Definitely, all your taxes done. Get there.
JamesFHunshammer.com for all your CPA needs.
There we go. All right. Arvin, hit me with some baseball, baby. Playoffs are here in full effect.
Yes.
And some big games.
I love it.
Our
You know what the best part of all
Our
this
Doyers.
is? The best part of all of this is that Vinny gets another run.
Yeah.
Vinny gets another run
So
at the playoffs. He
Knocker,
gets
you nailed
another
it.
sniff because he's he's not young anymore. And people, you have to realize he was doing games in Brooklyn in 1955.
Say 57, 55?
At least
Okay.
55.
Okay.
He was calling games for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
And he's still calling games for the LA Dodgers. I'm 54 years old. It's the only voice I know for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Think about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a long, long time, and he still has the golden voice.
Greatest
He doesn't
ever.
scream. He doesn't overpower. He
And
knows
it took
when to
me a
shut
while.
up.
It took me a while to get to know him because obviously we broke the secret. You're my pop, so you see me watch baseball a while. And growing up, I used to tell you, man, he just doesn't get me into the game, like because he's very monotone in that he's an old guy. He tells stories. He's not like, oh, home run over the fence, and the crowd goes all like. He's not one of those announcers. But after growing up and listening to Vinny for so long, especially this year because the Angels sucked and Puig, the Puig story, just I turned to the Dodgers a lot this year. I've been following them. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you could listen to him and not even watch the game and still be.
But see, that's how.
Go ahead and turn it off, Harvey.
That's how I grew up. Okay, it used to be. Now they have. The Kings have Bob Miller doing the TV, right?
LA's so
and
lucky.
Nick Nixon does the radio.
LA's so lucky. Yeah.
It used to be back in the day. They had one announcer. It was him and Jerry Doggett. They did both radio and TV. Okay, there wasn't no separation. So that's the only voice you heard. He did the whole damn game. So you would just have your little transistor. I don't even if you know what a transistor radio is. I don't think you even know what a transistor radio is. But you had your little AM transistor radio, and you'd have.
There we go. There's Vinny when he's younger, man. Look at that guy. Spry young man. Again, guys, you can watch all the videos, pictures we show at rantradionetwork.com right now. Guys, I mean.
And he's just the golden voice. And what he learned and what he says is, I don't treat you as dumb. I don't need to tell you what's happening. I just need to kind of weave a little story, throw a little background of the players and make them more human to you.
He has a story for every player. A pinch hitter could come up and he has a story about the guy that happened. It's just ridiculous.
But it's not my job to force feed you. I just kind of tell you what's going on, and he's the greatest. So I'm really just so stoked that he gets another run.
Yeah.
At a World Series.
Well, here's the comment. Guys, bring you the Dodgers call. Juan Uribe, and we talked about it. Make sure you give me sound on this, Arvin. Get my sound up all the way. You came in here like Juan Uribe. The way this guy swings, he wants to crush the ball every time.
He's got the ugliest swing since Manny Sanguillen. Now, you don't know who Manny Sanguillen is.
No, I do not.
But he's got the ugliest swing since Manny Sanguillen. There is nothing pure, about his swing. He doesn't have the body of an athlete. He's just a big dude with a big wad of gum.
Yeah.
And he hacks.
And he hacked this one out.
If there was a hacker, he's a hacker.
Monday night, great scene at Dodger Stadium. Here's the call.
Dodgers lead.
The look on the Braves pitchers' faces.
Yeah.
You got Kimbrel warming up in the bullpen. Think he's going to come in right now. Dodger Stadium is electric.
Yes.
I mean, blown up.
Yeah, and then people say LA fans are blasé and this and that. No, we just know when you're not performing, and we know a good team when we see it, and we'll back you when you're playing to your potential, and management and everybody's on board.
Don't
we'll
make
back
us
you
look
to the hill.
stupid.
Yeah, but don't just steal our money. We don't like it when you steal our money. We're too smart for that.
Yeah.
And for a guy who couldn't get down bunts, and I do always wonder. Okay, it can be the sacrifice, but I got a shot at a game-winning hit here if I don't sacrifice. So maybe
let's miss these bunts on purpose.
Maybe if I foul these off on purpose, I'm going to get one good swing, right?
Yeah,
I always wonder if guys just
think
do
about that. But
on
he's come up with
purpose.
big hits in his playoff career.
Oh, he's
with
golden.
the Giants. The guy's golden at the plate.
He's golden. He really is, man. And the Dodgers are they're just living large.
So the Dodgers going to move on to NLCS. Haven't been there since 1992, I believe. It was great, I believe. I have the video up at thenewsportsgrid.com of Kershaw hugging Don Drysdale, I believe, back in the
back in the day?
No, in the dugout.
Well, not Don Drysdale.
No, it was Sandy Koufax. It was Sandy Koufax. Okay. Because Drysdale.
That's a little rough.
It's like, man, that champagne must have been great. God, I'm full of it today. Stop ripping me on Twitter, okay? It's like, hashtag, I'm waiting for the guru to fuck him say the Astros in the playoffs. Hashtag Tiger Woods. You really have to listen to the whole show, folks. You really do.
But no, that is awesome. And I loved.
Yeah, it's just Sandy Koufax. I have the video up with him and Kershaw, because Kershaw going on 3 days rest. They asked Kershaw how he felt going. He's like, I prepare for things like this is what I prepare to do.
Now Kershaw, I've seen a lot of baseball. I've seen Steve Carlton pitch.
You have.
I saw Ron Guidry pitch. I'm speaking of left-handers.
Randy
Johnson. Okay. Randy Johnson might have a little edge, but I think Kershaw is the best left-handed pitcher in baseball since Sandy Koufax. He's got everything.
He could be right there.
He's got everything. He's 25 years old, and he's got it all. He's got the attitude. He's got the fastball. He's got the knowledge of the game. He doesn't make mistakes. He's overpowering when he needs to be overpowering. This kid is just, if anybody's going to make a ridiculous, stupid amount of money, it's going to be him, and he deserves it.
I agree.
But Dodgers are on a roll.
Dodgers on a roll. They're going to end up playing either the Cardinals or the Pirates. They're going to be going in Game 5 tonight. They got Wainwright pitching for the Cardinals, and they got this kid Mott that's just pitching out of his mind over there for the Pirates. So I think it's going to be a good game. I do think the Cardinals prevail in this one only because it's at home. You got your best pitcher on the mound. I think the Cardinals have a little more offense. But coming into this next, do you think the Dodgers have a great chance getting by either one of these two teams?
I think it's going to be a great series no matter who they play. The Dodgers, they just have pitching. I mean, I had guys at work the other day were all over Belisario for how he didn't pitch very well in this and that, but he's pitched lights out for that team all year long. Brian Wilson, what a great move! What a great move to pick the beard up. They've got the other left-hander who falls down. Holliday, what's his name? Holliday?
I'm not sure.
He's a young left-hander. The Dodgers have a young left-hander who throws real hard and falls off the mound constantly. The Dodgers just have great pitching, and they're getting timely hitting. Even the game they lost in Atlanta, they could have easily won that game. They're on a roll.
They didn't even throw Nolasco in this series.
It's going to be very interesting who they choose, Ryu or Nolasco,
to
pitch in the
because you're getting Greinke and Kershaw twice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the bottom end of their starting pitching is. But they're getting timely hitting, and I think whoever they play, it's going to be just a fantastic series.
Again, guys, this MLB Playoff Picture is brought to you by SportsTradeX.com. Make sure you guys check them out. Me and Knocker knocked it out this weekend on SportsTradeX.com.
Excuse me?
Big.
Excuse me?
We knocked it out.
Can you word that differently,
We
please?
knocked it out. Jesus. Me and Knocker, we knock it out. We did. SportsTradeX.com. They are the official fantasy site of the SportsCast. They are big supporters of the show. Ben, we love you as always there.
It hinged. We this today, huh?
It's a $150 pool.
$150
triple
up hosted by the SportsCast.
Yes.
And we're both watching this game, and I'm watching, and
we're picking fantasy teams. We have there's 16 fantasy teams.
Right.
8 against each other. And we have to pick the best 7 out of those, basically.
Right. I think it's 10. I think it's 7 out of 10.
Okay.
10 matchups.
Yeah.
And we're down to the last player on the last matchup.
Blyle Powell.
And it's 0.3 separation. It's a 0.3
Monday
separation
Night
on the last play of the Monday Night Football game. And Atlanta has it for a 5-yard loss. If they tackle him, Bud Knocker wins $150.
Yeah.
But he gained 8 yards. And the Guru won the $150.
That's right, baby. Guru stole all the money.
So you people, you got to join in this. It's a lot of fun. It's real easy. It's real simple.
Make sure you guys enter promo code SportsCast25. You guys get a free $25 when you guys enter to play. So check it out. SportsTradeX.com. Big sponsors of the show. Love them as usual. All right.
One other series. We got Oakland,
Detroit.
and
Now,
Detroit.
Now this
has turned into a heated, ugly little matchup, hasn't it?
Yeah, big ugly matchup. We had at Belfour, Grant Belfour, their closer, talking some trash with Victor Martinez in Game 3. Then in come back in Game 4, we got a controversial home run by Victor Martinez in the outfield. Ties the game at 4. I believe it was in the 7th inning, and the Tigers end up going on to score 4 more runs, go up 8-4. They end up winning the game 8-6. Got a little dicey there in the 9th. They made a little run there for the A's, but Tigers pulled out Game 5. Going to be pitching Verlander. They pitched Scherzer in this one, so Verlander's going to go in Game 5 here in Oakland. What are your thoughts on this series? It's getting a little heated.
Well, Oakland's pitching, I believe, is Shea. Is that his name, Shea?
Let me see. Oakland is pitching. To be determined.
Right.
So they haven't even
They're
announced
going
it
back
yet.
and forth, I think, between Shea and Bartolo
No,
Colon.
Staley.
Is it Staley?
Yeah, it's Staley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Cologne. Yeah, because Cologne went in Game 1.
I've got to pitch Colon.
I think you got to.
Even if he gives you
just for
4
the
innings.
veteranship, I think.
He's been in the World Series with the Angels. He's won the Cy Young. He's just not going to get nervous. This is why you have him on your roster. Same thing with Kershaw. The Dodgers throwing Kershaw. This is you've played all year for this one game. I think you throw him out there, and if he only gives you 4 innings, then he only gives you 4 innings, and then you come back with Staley to give you the next 2 or 3 innings.
I completely agree with you. And here's the call. Victor Martinez on this controversial home run. We got a fan that ends up going over the rail, grabs the ball, kind of like we saw in Baltimore that year, away with the Cubs, so it's fan interference. But here's the call. Victor Martinez tying the game up in the bottom of the 7th, Game 4 of the ALDS.
There's a fly ball, struck well to right field. Reddick moves back to the track, leaps at the wall, and that ball is gone. It's a home run to tie the game for Victor Martinez. 14 during the regular season. This home run ties Game 4 of the ALDS.
You got Reddick in the outfield pointing at the stand, saying, "Hey, man, this guy jumped over, interfered with me because he could have jumped up to get the ball."
Right.
It's a crazy call. Game ended up swinging the whole entire game. Could swing the series. Umpires went back, looked over replay, still called it a home run.
Yeah.
If you're an Oakland fan, what are you going to do?
But it's not like they lost the game on that. Oakland still had score was
a tie
tied.
Game at that time.
It was
You're
still
right.
in your hands.
And it
didn't cost you the game, but shit like that happens. What's up with the beards?
Love
Is this
it.
like the first year? I love it. I think it's fantastic.
With the Red
man.
Sox, I love it.
No, with everybody. It seems like everybody's growing beards.
Yeah, it's a playoff
like
beards. That's what they usually do. It's how hockey players do it.
Yeah, but it didn't used to be that way. I don't remember this happening before.
No, it happens
in the
all
last
the time.
couple of years.
It happens all the time.
They've got some.
You should try it one time.
They've got.
You should grow a playoff beard. Wendy would love it if you grew a playoff beard.
This is 5 days.
Oh, that's 5 days.
How's it look?
You got baby face 5 days right now?
Right here, there's some stubble right there. Shut up.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Shut up. All right, well,
puberty soon.
I've been impressed so far with the MLB playoffs. We got Boston clinching last night.
Yeah, is Pedroia nails? Is he the guy you want up to get you a sac fly or to move a runner over or something like that? The guy's just a baseball player. He really is.
Boston's offense is just something to be reckoned with, though. They just got a lot of hitters on that team. I think that they're going to get home field advantage in whoever they play in this Oakland and Detroit series. I think they actually win whoever they do play. Just because Detroit, Miguel Cabrera's hurt, and you could tell. He's not doesn't have the same power,
right?
And I think it's affecting their offense. So I do like Boston to continue on into the World Series. And I called it my Dodgers. I've called it all along. Dodgers World Series against Boston Red Sox. Can you believe if that happened? What the media would do with that? Red Sox Dodgers, the ratings. You gotta love that if you're Bud Selig.
Yeah,
Red Sox Dodgers. So
that'd be awesome.
All right, let's get some hockey. Arvin, here with the hockey, baby. We got hockey is back.
We've already had a firing.
We've had coaches fighting. We've had so much stuff going on in the NHL. We have maybe the goal of the year. We've had Jonathan Quick. What are you doing?
The give-up goal of the year.
Yeah, the give-up goal of the year. The Doe goal. The Homer Simpson goal of the year. The Doe goal of the year goes to Jonathan Quick after getting a scoring on himself on a power play.
Yeah, Kings were on a power play. And the Rangers, I got a glimpse of it.
That's the goal of the year right there, showing last night from the Sharks game.
Moving a little fast there.
Sharks beat the Rangers, though, 9-2 last night.
Yeah.
He gets 4 goals.
Sharks again. Sharks always play great in the regular season. They score a lot of goals, and they have issues in the playoffs. But, Peter Laviolette, man, in Philadelphia, 3 games into the season, and you're out.
Yeah.
You're out.
What do you think? It's a Lakers move right there with Mike Brown.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your attitude's done.
Pretty much, but the owner Ed Snyder, who founded the team back in 1967, he said thought about firing him last year when they collapsed in the playoffs.
Yeah,
thought about firing him, but hey, he took us to the finals a couple years ago. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a chance, but he came out and just said, there was nothing in training camp. I saw nothing positive. I can't tell you one positive thing that happened in training camp.
That's hard to even stick around.
Exactly. There was no fire. There was nothing. They got rid of big salaries in Danny Briere and Brice Goloff. And they picked up LeCavier and Ray Emery and a guy named Mark Street up for defense. And they were hoping to make a good start. And Laviolette, he does have a ring. He did win a ring. Earlier with, I think, Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. But, boy, to get fired three
Yeah.
games into the season.
I think they're going to go with.
I like Mark Sanchez.
I think so because Mark's
Mark Sanchez is the coach of fucking Flyers.
Mark's having labrum surgery, so he's not going to be doing much.
Yeah.
So
Let's bring him in.
I'm thinking Mark Sanchez or Tiger Woods. One of the two.
Let's tell off yet. You know what? I think we're gonna have to let you out of here because we like.
I like Mark Sanchez.
I think so.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's
great.
awesome.
I like that. So, but also again, the goal of the year though came last night. Can you throw it up one more time there, Arvin, from Hertel.
19 years old.
19 years old. This guy's become a fan sensation right now. Between the legs goal. If you can imagine, if you guys are just listening to the audio right now with us, the guy put his stick between his legs and flipped up the puck. You know, something you just see in a movie. Like, you don't think it could ever pull it off, or maybe in an all-star competition.
Triple
you
deke,
try
man.
it. Yeah,
Triple deke.
It's ridiculous. This goal's amazing. You guys can check out the video, thenewsportsgrid.com, if you don't catch it here live. But, man, you get our shot of the week for that. That's just amazing goal right there. Just puts it top shelf. Boom.
You can't really see what he does because it's moving too damn fast.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just unbelievable. He's got 6 goals already in 4 games. 19. He can't even rent a car. He's 19 years old. He can't even rent a car.
Let's go out for beers. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
Yeah. He can't go have a beer. You know.
Let's go to Starbucks. Get you that new pumpkin spice shit that
Get a
everybody likes.
smoothie. Let's go hit the town, get a smoothie.
If I say, can I get another pumpkin latte? I'm going to go broke. It's not real pumpkin. They don't even put pumpkin in that shit.
That's awesome, man. But hockey's
out right now. We'll go over the divisions. Again, we only have 4 divisions this year. You know, for those who aren't really up on their hockey news, we got 2 in the East, Atlantic and the Metropolitan. In the Atlantic right now, Toronto off to a little bit of a good start, 3-1, leads the division with 6 points. Boston and Detroit followed up with 4 as well. Tampa Bay, you figure those teams are going to be at the top. It's kind of working itself out how you kind of think it's going to be. Metropolitan Pittsburgh off to another. Their offense is unbelievable, and them at home. I bet on them last night. They just cover, and they just blow teams out at home, especially. Yeah. They haven't lost yet, 6 points in that division. The Islanders, love to see the Islanders do well. I like that organization.
Yeah, they came on strong at the end of the year last year. I like watching them play. They got a good young hockey club. I think
surprise Washington
do well.
at 1-2, and the surprise, Rangers at 1-2 as well. Two teams I thought would be maybe start off a little different.
Yeah, but I think Washington's Washington.
The Colonel. The Colonel.
They're just Washington. It's just not much is going to happen. It's a pretty weak out of all the divisions in hockey. That to me, that's the weakest, top to bottom. That's the weakest division that you're going to find.
I agree. Flipping over to the West here, Central and Pacific divisions in the Central. Colorado off to a good hot start.
Surprise
the Avalanche
team of the league.
Yeah,
that is
a lot of young talent. Yes.
Good hockey team.
I agree with you.
And
goal differentials +8 right now to start the season.
Exactly. And their coach, who's shown already, he's
I
gonna
love
go
Patrick Wall.
He's going to go to the mat for his team. He'll go through the glass wall to get to the other coach if he feels my team's being disrespected.
Yeah.
I mean, that was awesome. So,
you guys missed the fight, Avalanche and Ducks opening the year.
Opening
I think it started the night of our last show, so we didn't really get to cover it. After the game, Colorado blew out the Ducks 6-1, I believe. And Patrick Wall, had a little something to say about Bruce Boudreau and the way they're playing dirty at the end of the game or whatever.
Right.
I mean, Patrick Wall is on the glass hitting it. I mean, you can check out the video. It's amazing.
He brought the damn glass down, man. It was crazy. But, that kind of enthusiasm, that tells your players, my coach is behind me. He's got the pedigree. He's behind me. We're going to go bust ass for him. And that team is going to surprise a lot of people. That's a good hockey club.
Good. I agree with you over there. St. Louis follows it up in the Central behind Colorado. Got the Blues at 4 and Winnipeg Jets at 4. I like the Winnipeg doing well. I like to see that.
I hope something good happens there.
I do. Again, Minnesota struggling out the gate, spent all that money on on the 2 players over there, and just not putting it together once again. Still 1 and 2 overtime losses, got 2 points, but it's just this organization in Minnesota is just a great state to play hockey, and they just can't seem to put it together no matter how much money they're spending here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fantastic state to play hockey. The
Parise,
college hockey program is fantastic. They just seem to have a problem putting the puck in the net.
Yeah.
7 goals in 3 games. That's just not going to get it done. They got to score. They've got a great defensive system. They play real well, but it just doesn't happen up there for them.
Switching over to the Pacific, San Jose, again, regular season, and Vancouver. The 2 best regular season teams are once again doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
6 points apiece. The Vancouver Canucks, San Jose Sharks. this is to be expected, right, Knocker? I mean, these two teams come out every year. They're going to jump up to a hot start, and then we'll see what happens when it gets to playoff time.
Absolutely. Goals for to San Jose, 17 goals already in 3 games, and Vancouver has 15.
Yeah.
The problem has never been goal scoring for either one of these two teams.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's been toughness. You know, not so much with the Sharks, but with Vancouver.
Oh, big time
it's
Vancouver,
always
yeah.
been their grit in the playoffs.
Mhm.
They find a team that's real physical, and they just don't respond.
Yeah, shout out to Ian Bagg.
Their window's closing, so it's going to be interesting to see. Calgary is a little bit of a surprise. They've had a rough last 3 years. They got rid of Iginla, who was the face of the franchise for for years and years and years. But they're sitting out there with 12 goals.
And our Kings at 1 and 2, that's kind of expected. The Kings are notorious slow starters.
Yeah, they'll be
notorious
fine.
slow starters. They'll be fine. Edmonton following up. So that's been your hockey. Hockey's been great to watch. Again, we'll bring it to you guys here for all our hockey fans. I know you love it. A lot of radio stations, radio shows cover hockey. And I love bringing hockey in there.
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's bring in a couple last stories. We got a few more minutes on the show. Going to bring in some Wild World of Sports for you guys. Finish it off. Great story. It's coming to Wild World of Sports.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport.
All right, Knocker.
I love that.
Wild World of Sports.
I love that. You don't even know what Wild World of Sports is. You've never seen one or
I have fucking YouTube.
Have you pulled some of the stuff they used to cover?
What do you think I do all day on the computer?
I don't know. I think you're working. I'm working. I don't get to play on the computer all day. Of course, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it
I was about
anyway.
to say, thank you to beat me to the punch. Because I was about to say, you would not even know what to do with it. God.
Story of my life. Don't know what to do with it.
It's like Knocker, the computer thing. Oh my God. Google.
I've got 5 kids. It just proves I was on the bottom 5 times, right?
Honey, do I need to call the movie place to find out what movie times are? What's this Fandango? Are they new flamingos? What is this Fandango called?
Well, Wide World of Sports was
Yes,
dude.
that's shut up.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
they used to cover barrel jumping.
Yeah.
Right? The skater would skate and jump over barrels, and they'd have the log.
Before the Red Bull diving contest, where you dive off in those vehicles, that people spend 6 months to fly 2 feet into the water. I don't get that. You put all this money in investment, these guys build these high contraptions to push off. It's ridiculous.
The sports they used to cover were fantastic. And it was the I guess you could say grandfather of ESPN.
It was, yeah.
That's how all this
Pretty
came
much.
into being. But
Well, now,
yeah,
me and you, notorious degenerates at gambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a degenerate at a lot of things, but okay. That's one of them.
You see where I get it from, folks, okay? This is genetic. I was born with this, okay? Don't blame me. If you're going to blame someone, it's this guy with the gray hair, okay? Exactly. All right. Chinese gambler, all right?
Well, this is awesome.
This story comes from China, of course. It's not Florida, surprisingly, or Las Vegas. This comes from China. That's right. I was on the website. I was like, only in Vegas? No, cross that out. Only in Florida? No, cross that. Only in China will this happen. Okay. Chinese gambler pushed out of 11th floor window over gambling debt, lands in chimney and survives.
How the fuck does that
Check this picture out. This is him coming out of the chimney right here. Okay.
Just one question. The
Yes.
guy that threw him out, then now that he knows he's alive, does he still owe the money or is it forgiven?
Does that mean?
Oh, he still owes the money.
Yeah, I think he still owes the money. I mean, it's
and isn't this awesome? Didn't he take his family somewhere?
No. This is where this story comes from. Okay, comes from his name is Zhu Shu. Okay, okay, it's Guo is his first name.
Joe.
Okay, Joe. XU is his last name.
Zhu. Yeah.
Zhou. Okay. Decided to play a little game of Mohong. Okay, I guess it's a type of gambling game out there. While his wife and kids were at the zoo. Okay.
I'll be back, honey. You guys have a good time.
You guys go see the polar bears.
I'm gonna go get killed.
I'm gonna go pay our rent. I'm gonna try and get them my rent money. I'm going to the bank. Going to the bank for a little bit. Okay. After losing and not being able to pay his 6,000. Whatever the currency is, a loss. Is it yen?
Yen.
Okay, I don't know what that would translate in American dollars, but it's probably somewhat. Our dollar sucks, so it's probably like $20,000 over there compared to the American dollar.
Probably
but,
$6 million.
Okay,
but hey.
so after he couldn't pay his debts, he's like, guys, I just don't have the money. I just don't have the money, guys.
Can you just see him doing a
Okay.
Clark Griswold?
Yeah.
Really, guys?
Guys.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. Just total Clark Griswold.
Good. If
Yeah.
I won, I would have left you with the money.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's what he would have done. Or he's like, Guys, I'm half retarded. I don't have the money.
Hell no.
Okay, so
This is for funsies.
so after telling the guys this, okay, they go ahead and grab the guy, the old players at the table, like, we're having enough of this. They throw him off an 11-story building. Zhu somehow survived the fall, getting wedged in a chimney on the 3rd floor.
That had to feel good. Yeah. That had to feel good.
That was easy.
Oh, man.
He's like doing a pencil dive down.
Exactly.
He sees it. He's like, okay, I can make it. Just pencil it. It won't hurt that much. It's like about it, Raging Waters. Just keep in the pencil dive and I'm good.
I want to know how anybody knew he was in there.
I guess he was screaming. Someone lit a fire. Someone lit a fire on his ass and he was all... Going down. So anyway, exactly, he's in there. He's like, "How long is it gonna take for them to find me?" So he's in here.
I'd love it because he's in there. He's wedged, right?
Yeah,
he's wedged there, and he hears him breaking up the kindling. Yeah. Right. And he hears him crunching the paper up. Like, oh God, I thought I had a bad day already.
Yeah. Lets out a big fart, just blows up the chimney.
Garlic in that one. A lot of garlic in that one.
A lot of garlic. Honey, is that scented wood? Whoosh. Honey, is that scented wood? No, it's just... Exactly. So, after several hours, rescue teams extracted the man. They feared that he was going to be actually paralyzed from the waist down. Ended up with a broken back, and firefighters were able to cut him free. So his wife was quoted after saying, "Our lives have been ruined by this. He is the money earner for our family. We have no savings for medical bills or nothing to pay our bills. How will I look after him without this money? How will I look at him?"
Dude, you know what the real bitch is? Right? He probably has.
The wife just cares that he's the money earner. That's all she said. How are we going to live?
Who cares? He can't walk.
I don't care if he's paralyzed. Can a guy make money?
I got to take care of the poor sucker now.
Sponge baths?
You know what really sucks? He probably has $1 million life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Right?
He probably does, huh? On her?
No, on himself.
Yeah.
I mean, the family would have been taken care of. He screwed up. Okay.
She's like,
right?
Can you just pull the cord? Can you do something?
Exactly. So not only does he still owe the $6,000 to the gamblers, he's now got to pay for the extraction.
Bite my
He's got to pay for the chimney that he fucked up, and he's got to pay for the fire department to get his ass out of there.
Seriously, it's one of those times where just kill me
I
now.
thought I was unlucky.
Yeah. Really talk about being unlucky.
Damn.
So make sure you guys pay your debts, or you might be thrown off a building and stuck in a chimney.
Wow.
Okay?
That's awesome.
That's an awesome story. Only
That's
from the
awesome.
newsportscrew.com, Wild World of Sports. All right, one last thing before we head out comes from the pick of the week. You haven't seen this yet, so I want to show you. Pick of the week. We throw these up on our Facebook page. You can guys follow us on Facebook, also on Twitter. Pick of the day is something I like to throw up, the picture of the day that's just funny, something that needs to be trending.
Okay.
So this one comes from our girl, Miley Cyrus. And how much she looks like she's doing the...
Why the long face?
Because she's doing the Dirk Nowitzki. Look at her. Look at her. She's doing the Dirk.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, look at Miley. Throwing it out there. Doing the Dirk.
My horse is amazing. Give it a lick.
Oh, I like that. Let that roll.
My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Look at my horse is amazing.
Oh, man, if you guys are watching, this is radio worth watching right now. I'm not even joking you. Miley Cyrus, Dirk Nowitzki, pick of the week. Guys, check it out.
She's no Heidi Hamilton.
No. Heidi, shout out to you.
Shout out to Heidi.
Heidi Hamilton, Heidi and Frank show. You got to check her tongue out because Miley ain't got anything on that tongue from Heidi.
No Heidi Hamilton.
Seriously, my God. All right, guys, another great show here on the SportsCast. Again, check us out tonight. We got Playboy Playmate, Nikki Lee.
Yeah, baby.
In studio, actress, model, former, I believe it's Miss
May.
May.
I think she was Miss May
2012
last year.
Miss May Playmate of the Year. We're going to get Nikki Lee in studio tonight for our NFL game day. Going over picks. Who cares who she picks tonight? I don't really care. I don't care either.
I don't care. I don't care if she
Let's
picks.
just hope that we can talk like during the show now. I'm just all just staring at her. That'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, we can keep the
We've
hands.
met her
We need to
before.
keep hands above the table tonight.
Well, this is true.
This
is true.
This is true.
This is true.
We got Nikki Lee, though, former Playboy Playmate, in studio tonight for our NFL Game Day show tonight, 4:30 to 6 on ToadHopNetwork.com. You guys can watch that show live. It's very interactive. We go through all our NFL picks.
Yep.
Going to give you out our fancy winners. Fancy Trey can't make today. He's got strep throat, our big fancy expert. So the guru will give you the fantasy news.
Right.
Because who's won the last 3 weeks of fantasy? This guy.
We get
this guy.
We get a Playmate on, and all of a sudden he can't be on the show.
Yeah, you know what he's doing.
Wifey.
Yeah,
I think the wifey's
Wifey
a little
stepped
involved
in there.
this
Wifey's
one.
a little involved in this one. So check it out again tonight, our NFL Game Day show, 4:30 to 6, guys. Again, want to thank Arvin in there producing the show. Did a
Thank
great
you, buddy.
job. Rant Radio Network, as always. Follow all the shows, guys, on here. They got a lot of great shows. The network is great. Big shout out. Get your vape pens. Make sure you guys check out Burst of Flavor as well. Give them a shout out. We've been smoking on Burst of Flavor.
Yeah, I got the blueberry going, man.
I got blueberry too.
Yeah?
Me and you
This-
smoking the
this-
blueberries
this
right
good
now.
stuff right here.
Yeah, if you guys want to, don't want to smoke cigarettes, want to get that vape hookah, it's way healthier for you guys out
Absolutely.
there. BurstOfFlavor.com, on Twitter, Burst of Flavor. Check them out. They got a lot of great flavors. They support us. They give us free stuff, so we love
Hey,
it.
everybody we've introduced to this.
Yeah.
Your buddy Joey. when you
We
were
bought
up
one
there,
that
right?
night. I went to
Yeah.
San Francisco, gave him my pen. I was like, hey, he's like, I've been trying to, he's a big smoker. He's
Yeah.
like, I want to cut, man. I need to cut down. He's like, what's this thing? Tried it. I was like, it's got a little bit of nicotine. It'll give you that little bit that you
Right.
need. Not going to hurt you. Bought one that night.
Yeah, there's
I left him like 3 Burst of Flavors up there, man. He's ripping it up in San Francisco and he's throwing out the Burst, man.
varying
San
degrees
Francisco.
of how much nicotine is it, from 0 to I
Mhm.
think like 60 milligrams or something like that. But yeah, if you're trying to quit smoking, really, if you're trying to quit smoking, but you really like to have, that cigarette in your hand and the smoke and the whole ritual,
Right
this
here.
is definitely the way to go.
Burst
It's
of flavor.
non-offensive to anybody around you, and you still get all the
Mama
feeling
lets me
of it.
smoke it in the house.
Yeah,
When, when your wife Wendy lets you smoke anything in the house, you know that's fine. You know that's fine right
That's
there.
right.
So,
That's right.
All right, guys. Want to thank all you fans. Twitter, you guys were awesome today. Callers, Peppy Pants, great call today.
lot.
Everyone, you guys have been fantastic. Arvin, once again, thank you. We'll be back next week as usual, same time, same place. RantRadioNetwork.com, guys. We love you all. Be good humans.